I'm making this video to discuss the dangers of unconditional love, this false notion concept that people have, okay, that loving somebody unconditionally makes you a good person, and it actually doesn't. Loving somebody unconditionally is going to make them love me back. No, it doesn't. Loving somebody unconditionally, if everybody wants to be loved unconditionally no, they don't. Loving somebody unconditionally means that they are obliged to stay with me. No, they're not. Loving somebody unconditionally means that I'm safe. Nobody ever would harm me back. No, it's not true. We've got this really loving people unconditionally is actually the way I see it is it's an abomination to God, because you're making an idol out of somebody. And also loving somebody unconditionally, for me personally, I see it as kind of like a little mental illness that society thought was really great. Let's just make them go mad. Where does the unconditional love come from? It comes from romance, it comes from movies, films, music, poems, fairy tales, all of that. And there's this concept that this magical thing happens in unconditional love, and also to be a good person you should be loving. So there's so many mixed messages that women, when they're in love, they tend to lose their mind a little bit. And unconditional love, women mix their sex feelings with their love feelings, with their romance feelings, and they mix it up together. They don't compartmentalize experiences. So, you know, the more and more they're seeing this man, the more and more they're falling in love, okay? It's just a part of life, it's just the way it is. But listen to this, unconditional love is really dangerous, because when a woman does that, it means she's giving without limits. It means she's giving without boundaries. And everything in life has boundaries. Everything good in life has boundaries. True love has boundaries. Unconditional love and true love, unconditional love in the sense of giving, and true love is not, it's not true love. True love has boundaries. The laws of the universe are, the laws of karma. There's spirituality. Then you've also got the laws of the land, okay? And you can have a free, happy life if you stick within the boundaries of the law, okay? And, if you outstep that, there will be criminal punishments. Everything, okay, has boundaries, okay? When you're loving somebody unconditionally, you are depleting yourself, and you are also making an idol, a god out of them. And no man is a god, because we all have duality in us. When you love somebody unconditionally without limits, you're actually putting yourself really, really open to harm, because your personal boundaries, right, are there to actually protect you, okay? Your intuition is there to protect you, okay? And if you don't love yourself first, okay, right, you cannot love anybody else. And I'll explain why. When you're giving to somebody 150% and you're dating this man from 150%, he doesn't, and you've got pride because you like him, you're trying to impress him, he don't know you're loving from 150%, When you're having this dating relationship, he's giving 100%, he's not depleting himself for you. He's a man, he's logical, he's got a little bit of emotion. But when women go into emotion and go into overdrive, okay, they go into this unconditional madness. So when he's dating you and he's loving you from a healthy place, 100%, okay, and you're giving 150%, number one, he doesn't know. So when he leaves, okay, and you feel used and you feel depleted, okay, he never used and depleted. Did he come up to you and say to you in the date, I would like you to please love me 150% so that we may have a relationship? No, he didn't do that. He didn't ask you to do that, did he? You just took it on yourself and did it yourself and didn't tell him, all right? When he's loving you from a healthy place, okay, right, when he leaves and you have given too much, you feel used, depleted, and as I said, he didn't use you. So another thing that happens is, say for instance, you actually get to stay in a relationship together, okay, so you get together, and the problem is that you've been given 150% and acting cool, but he actually doesn't know that you've been acting cool. So when you get in this relationship, you have to keep on the 150%, and unconditional love, this 150% takes you into a place of depletion. Unconditional love is fake, because it's unsustainable and it's not real, and therefore he was dating a fake person. Sorry girls, did that hurt your feelings? You can't love a man unconditionally with depletion. You can't do it. So another thing that happens, so now all of a sudden, okay, you have to keep this up so you don't look fake. And also, another thing that actually happens is the fact that you are going to, if you carry on, right, if you carry on the 150% for as long as possible, okay, you go into depletion. You start looking bad. Your finances are bad. You go into your overdraft. You're tired. You look haggard, and now you're angry. And then you're going to end up having a big argument with him, and then you're going to resent him because you're tired. It's just unsustainable. Then he's going to think, well, this isn't the girl that I know. I don't even know this girl. And then he wants to break up with you. All right. The next thing that also happens with this is that when you give 150% and he's given 100%, okay, also you start to resent him. You start to resent him because you're like, hold on, I know I'm giving 150% and I know he's only giving 100%, and here I feel a bit neglected now. And you know what happens, right? Hold on. You know what happens, yeah? You resent him because you're being a main energetic provider of the relationship. The natural order of the universe is that the masculine pursues the feminine that he wants to conquer, dominate, and keep. God, that sounds so bad, dominate, doesn't it? But it's true. When a man wants you, he wants you. He will have you. He will look after you. When a man wants you. So you've come and you've caught him with 150%, and he's given 100%. Who's the man of the relationship? You are. You resent the fact that you're killing yourself. You resent the fact you're tired, you're working hard. And you know what? You resent it. Because you know what you do when you love a man unconditionally, without limits, without boundaries, okay? Another thing you're doing. You're disturbing the natural order of the universe. You are actually disrespecting a man. You are demasculinating him, and you are taking away his right to be a provider. So when he's loving you from a healthy 100%, and he's got genuine perception on this thing, and you're loving him from 150%, and you start getting angry and you're tired and you're fed up, yeah, he feels like, what the hell, like what's going on here? What is going on here? Like, I'm loving you and you're not happy. When you love somebody unconditionally, it is unsustainable. It is not real. It is fake, and you are demasculinating him. You are actually disrespecting him, okay? And when he realizes, okay, that you're tired and you're angry and you can't do it no more, you're unattractive. Unconditional love is unattractive, ladies. And what do personal boundaries mean? It means that when I go shopping and I'm going to buy dinner, and my intuition is telling me don't spend over that much money, you follow your heart. That's your boundary. When you're really tired, okay, and you don't want to go out, I'm going to honour that. I'm really tired. I'm not going out. Women seem to think, right, that when they say no to a man, it's unattractive and it's going to make them lose the man. And nothing could be so untrue. It makes him go, oh, I'm going to miss her. Oh, that's a shame. Only a controlling man, only a toxic controlling man will be upset about that. That's the kind of man you need to worry about. So you say no to men and you put yourself first in the heart, and you know what happens, yeah? You know why? You become more scarce because you're valuable. You value yourself. God, you come across as really attractive. There's no unconditional love. Is this false illusion perception that the society has that you're going to be rewarded in the afterlife, and it's just not true. Men want a healthy, happy lady. That's what makes you sexy. That's your sexiness. Your sexiness is, I come first, baby, and you come second. And when I fit you in my time scale, I'll fit you in. But you girls you really seem to think that saying no, and it means that he ain't coming back. Like, no, saying no makes a sexual attraction more. It makes him want to conquer you more. All of you women are acting like men. You've just forgot. You just forgot. If you don't come back, don't worry. You're too busy getting your nails done and bloody chilling out at home. And I'm sure there's another man that wants your number. And then he's going, do you see what I mean? The longer he don't see you, yeah. Number one, you got more men to go meet. All of you ladies are just going mad. Like one man's the whole man. Like one man is the whole universe. No. There's millions and millions and millions of men out there. Alright, but you just think that you finally found this one, and this is where all your energy comes from. The law of attraction has brought you a man, yeah, that you find attractive, okay? That means that your vibes are good, and that means you can get another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. So you just need to raise up your self-esteem, okay, ladies? Unconditional love is it's really, really dangerous, because you can give everything and they can leave, and you can be quite spiritually and psychologically and financially and energetically harmed. And the sad thing is that they didn't really actually do it to you, okay? You willingly gave it up because you put yourself second. I hope this makes sense to you, and if you've got any questions or any comments, just put them down below.